Yo, what's up? It's your boy FMOTL446 out here. Just want to give a shout out to all the top citizens out there, all the people support my videos. My other Twitter account did get taken down, so it kind of sucks, but you know what? I need some update videos. My living situation ain't too good, but that's alright. You know. So, I'm just gonna do something new here, you know. I'm gonna start talking about the news and shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I'm gonna be talking about that North Korea, you know what I mean? That North Korea. Alright. So I'll be looking into this on why North Korea is visiting the Beijing. Now there is a railroad line that leads from Pyongyang to Beijing, and I think it is actually one of the most dangerous things for the North Korean Supreme Leader of the DPRK, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, to be doing. You know, I do feel that his visit is pretty risky internationally, but it's understandable, you know, getting some insight from before the summit and also making a few more historical appearances. However, I feel the best place for the summit would probably be not in the DMZ actually, but rather instead of the DMZ, you know, for the Trump-Kim summit, where Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of the DPRK, will be meeting with the Republic of Korea President Moon Jae-in, I believe his name is, and as well as President Donald Trump. I think the best place for Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un and President Moon will be over in Geneva, in Switzerland. Now, historically, this was the same place where I believe it was Reagan and Gorbachev met. You know, it's common ground. It's a good neutral ground, you know, because Switzerland had always been a neutral nation, you know what I mean? They've always been neutral. World War I, World War II, Korea, you know, Vietnam, they've been neutral. But, fuck, I think I gotta ask my mom for the key. Can't remember where I put my key. Yeah. That's right. So pretty much, I feel the best place, not only for the summit, would be Geneva, but also one of the terms that should be brought up is lowering economic sanctions in return for denuclearization. Now, taking a look into the history, I feel that I believe under Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un's father, in which so this is the first time denuclearization was brought up. Kim Jong-il in the mid-2000s, early 2000s, has said that he has been investing in a nuclear power program, nuclear weapons program, ballistic missiles specifically. And he said that he's willing to take a step back on that. The United States was willing to assist the DPRK with a nuclear reactor program. You know, cleaner fuel. They wanted to move off of their, what was it? Let me look here. Let me look at my notes. So they wanted to end the North Korean graphite moderated nuclear reactor program, and in return replace that with light water reactors compared to heavy water reactors and such. Wait, heavy water? I'm being serious when I'm talking about like heavy water. Some science shit, boy. Your boy know about that mad science. I'm clapping for me, not for Kim Jong-un. Sorry, Supreme Leader. So, you know, this is under the six-party talks with North Korea, South Korea, Japan, U.S., China, and Russia. Now, historically, all these nations have been, well, in some quick backstory, in the early Cold War, North Koreans were actually allowed to naturally visit across the USSR, and they were allowed to learn about communism, learn about Karl Marx, Lenin, Marx-Leninism, Stalinism, all them isms, you know what I mean? And they were allowed to learn from this. However, during some years, Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-un's grandfather, the first leader of the DPRK, took this, and anyone who had met with, well, usually people who had went to Russia in the early Cold War to learn about all these stuffs, they were usually executed whenever they came back after some time, because Kim Il-sung was afraid of them becoming too influenced from external affairs, because Kim Il-sung, what he was mostly directed at was Juche, you know, the self-reliance system. And it was one of the tenets of the DPRK's system of government, you know. What else was I gonna say? Pretty much with the Juche, this is really important, because I see a lot of people saying, you know, North Korea be one of the last few communist nations out there. That ain't true. Kim Jong-un, well, no, Kim Jong-il in 2009 took out all references. Well, let me took 2009 amendment, North Korea Constitution. Whew! That scared me, boy. Oh, your boy got mad scared. Your boy got the reflex. You see that? I caught my phone. Clap for your boy. Okay. 2009 Songun Constitution, in which 6 articles longer than previous version adopted in 1998. Yeah. Thailand News said, now, Articles 29 and 40, economy and culture respectively, the word communism and what it said, you know, Korea, was dropped entirely, and it moves directed towards Jucheism, which I believe that is no longer socialist. I believe that this society is far from socialism. It is actually under a Korean supremacy sort of national socialism in some tenets. Now, kind of like a mix of fascism, because let me look at it like this. Now, although state capitalism can be considered a socialist belief, however, Benito Mussolini, whenever he was power of Italia, yeah, your boy know what he talking about, yeah. Benito Mussolini, he, you know, Mussolini, he had state capitalism actually, except there's a different version. It was more corporatism. You know, your boy gonna turn off the car now because he got to save on that battery. Actually, I'm low on fuel. Benito Mussolini had corporatism, and it was a version of state capitalism with some, not laissez-faire, but some free enterprises. Now, in the 1980s, under Kim Il-sung, before his death, as he died in 1994, Kim Jong-il took over. Then 2011, Kim Jong-un took over, you know. Kim Il-sung had actually used to allow dual investment in both nations, both North and South Korea, the Republic and the DPR, the Democratic People's Republic. And, you know, it just gives a little insight on that aspect. Now, let's look at it at the government. Self-reliance. Not bad. I don't think it's quite new, you know, being able to take care of yourself and then take care of others. Look at it. I don't think it actually talks about taking care of others. I think it's just about, you know, caring for yourself. Self-reliance. Usually left untranslated. State ideology. Now, although it talks about only